Hello, everybody. Just want to give a little message today about the importance of using the words of the prophets and church leaders in teaching the doctrine of Jesus Christ, and show you a few resources that are available. So first, here's this talk from Elder Neil L. Andersen from the June 2023 training about teaching youth and young adults. You can find it on the Gospel Library. I will put the link to it in the email. But he said the doctrine of Christ is found in the Scriptures and in the teachings of the prophets, whose responsibility it is to communicate the will of the Lord. And then I love this where he says there is an important principle that governs the doctrine of the church. The doctrine is taught by all 15 members of the First Presidency and the Quorum of the 12. It is not hidden in an obscure paragraph of one talk. True principles are taught frequently and by many. Our doctrine is not difficult to find. So I love the fact that they encourage us to use the words of the First Presidency and the Quorum of the 12, other church leaders, to teach and to be additional witnesses of the principles that we are teaching in the Scriptures. A great resource for finding these talks and where the church leaders have talked about various Scriptures is something I've shown before. It's called the Scripture Citation Index. Again, the link for this is in the email if you're not familiar with it. But you just click on whatever scripture block it is you're teaching, and then find the verse, and you can see here that 2 Corinthians 3:3 has been cited in General Conference 22 times. And so then you just come and you click on the one you want, and it takes you right to the paragraph where it was used. A great tool for finding those words of the prophets, which will help us to establish the doctrine. Another great tool just came out in conjunction with President Nelson's 99th birthday. And the Church News put this out on a website here, an article that they called 115 Quotes from President Nelson's 115 General Conference Addresses. And so they went through and they just pulled a little thought out of each conference talk, starting back in 1984 when he was called as an apostle, and moving on down the line up until his most recent talks as president of the church. And they just took a sentence out of each talk, or a sentence or two. And I thought, what a great way to bring these into the classroom, a great resource so that you know where they are. Perhaps also have the youth incorporate these into their devotionals and just share a brief thought from President Nelson and what it means to them. And what a great opportunity it gives us to have the words of the prophet, the words of our church leaders in the classroom on a frequent and regular basis. I hope that you'll do that to help them team teach with you, so to speak, in establishing and teaching the doctrine. Thanks for all you do, and make it a great week.